Now in today's class, we will illustrate consumer's equilibrium single commodity case with the help of a schedule and a diagram. Now as assumed earlier, let the price of an apple be rupees 2 and let marginal utility of money MUM be rupees be 6 utiles. And now let consumer has 12 rupees to spend on the consumption of apples. Now when consumer buys one apple, suppose marginal utility is 30, he derives marginal utility 30 utiles. Then MUA by PA will be 30 upon 2, that is 15. Now on the consumption of second apple, marginal utility will decrease. Now let it be less than 30, that is 24 utiles. Now MUA by PA will be 24 upon 2, that is 12. Now on the consumption of 3 apples, consumer consumes when 3 apples, he spends 6 rupees because price of an apple is rupees 2. So on consumption of 3 apples, he spends 6 rupees. Now marginal utility will decrease. Let it be now less than 24. Let it be 18 utiles. Then MUA upon PA will be 18 by 2, that is 9. Now on consumption of 4 apples, let marginal utility be equal to 12 because it will further decrease from 18. Now MUA upon PA will be 12 upon 2, that is 6. So on the consumption of 5, 6 and 7 apples, let the marginal utility will further decrease 4, then it will be 0, then it will be minus 4. Now the condition of equilibrium will be satisfied on the consumption of 4 apples. That means when consumer consumes 4 apples, that means he spends rupees 8 and MUA upon PA, that is 12 upon 2, that is 6, and MUM is also 6. So the condition of equilibrium, that is MUA upon PA is equal to MUM. That means on consumption of 4 apples, consumer will be in equilibrium. Now that means when he spends rupees 8 on the consumption of apples, his MUM and MUA upon PA is equal, or MUA upon MUM is equal to PA. So the consumer is here in equilibrium. So this is the condition of equilibrium when MUA upon PA is equal to MUM, or MUA upon MUM is equal to PA. That means price of apple. So the same situation is explained with the help of a diagram. So in the diagram, we measure consumption of apples on x-axis and MUA upon PA on y-axis. So we see that consumer attains equilibrium on consumption of 4 apples, where MUA upon PA, that is 12 upon 2 equal to 6, and MUM is also equal to 6. So at this point, MUA upon PA intersects MUM curve, and when we draw perpendicular from this point of intersection, this perpendicular reaches consumption of 4 apples. It touches x-axis on 4, that means it is consumption of 4 apples. So consumer is in equilibrium at this point where he consumes 4 apples and his MUA upon PA is equal to MUM. So any point above this or below this is not an equilibrium point. At these points, consumer will not be in equilibrium. So by consuming less than 4 apples, 3, 2 or 1 apples, consumer is not satisfied. That means he has still money in his pocket, so he has a tendency to spend that on the consumption of apples. And after the consumption of 4 apples, that is 5 or 6 apples, he has no money in his pocket, so he has no tendency to consume on apples. So it is the condition for consumer's equilibrium. So here consumer is in equilibrium when he consumes 4 apples and his MUA upon PA is equal to MUM on this point.